Boketo chickens.
Shalom.
Shalom.
How is everybody this morning?
Good.
Shalom, Rabbi. Shalom.
Shalom, everybody. Turn on your cameras.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom, Boker Tov. J&J, big clock between their heads. Can't see your shirts today. Are you wearing matching shirts? Nope. They're not on the soccer team today. They're on the Spider-Man team. All right, so we started off with 11. Me yesterday. Jeremiah's going to pray. Jacob and Jeremiah are going to do the Shema. And Jeremiah is going to do the Ten Commandments.
Thank you, Lord, for this day that you have given us. Lord, please give us the knowledge to know about your words that you want us to learn. Let us learn about your word. Lord, please let us learn your word very good. In Mhsa we pray, amen.
We gotta say Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shekevo Malkuto Leolam Vaed.
Number 1, I am Adonai your God. Number 2, you are to have no other gods before me. Number 3, do not use lately the name of Adonai. Number 4, keep the Shabbat holy. Number 5, honor your father and mother. Number 6, do not murder. Number 7, do not commit adultery. Number 8, do not steal. Number 9, do not lie or do not give false evidence about your neighbor. Number 10 is do not covet your neighbor's belongings.
Jeremiah, why shouldn't we covet our neighbor's belongings?
Because then because you're breaking one of God's commandments.
But why? Why can't I say I want his stuff? He's got a really cool toy. I want that.
Can't do that. You can't do that.
I know you can't do it, but why?
But because then maybe if your neighbor hears that, then they'll get angry.
Yeah, but you can covet in your heart. You can covet with your eyes. You can say, I want that stuff. I want that stuff. I want that stuff. I want this stuff. I want that. It's good to say the commandments, but you got to understand why we're saying the commandments. Like, why can't I covet? Why can't you covet Jacob's toys? What do you think there, Yaakov?
You can't covet on your neighbor's toy because you're wanting something, and when you want something, you always get angry, and then you may take your anger on someone, and then it might cause a problem.
Okay. Yeshua, why can't we covet somebody's stuff?
Because you can't take other people's stuff like you want other people's stuff. You can't want other people's stuff if you don't have it. You have to be thankful to the Lord that you have everything that you got, not somebody else's things.
Why can't I want, like, like you're at the congregation, why can't you want Donna stuff?
You had to be thankful what you have.
You have to be thankful for what you have.
God knows that you don't need any more. Be
Okay.
thankful for what you have.
Adasa, why can't we covet?
Because it's not good.
What?
It's not good.
It's not good. Yeah, I know it's not good, but why?
God doesn't like it
Well, why doesn't God like it?
because
He already owns everything, so he doesn't know what it's like.
Because what?
You're mumbling. What?
He's gonna be mad.
He's gonna be mad, but why? You think about it for a second. Let me ask Benjamin. Now let me ask Arlena. Oh, Arlena! Donut! Hey, Donut. How are you this morning, Donut?
Good.
Okay, why can't we covet? It says do not covet. Why can't we covet? What is coveting?
Coveting means bad, and you like someone has like a toy, you take it away, and you have to ask. You have to ask for a toy.
Okay, why can't we covet somebody else's toy? You're at the congregation and you see Lev's got this new toy. She's got this new superhero, and you go, oh, that's so cool. I want that superhero. Why can't you covet?
And you have to ask for a toy because you just can't like snatch it away from others' neighbors' stuff.
Okay, well, why? Why is that bad?
Because God doesn't like that, and He will punish you.
Okay, all right, that works. What about you, Benjamin? Why can't we covet?
Because when you covet, you commit a sin. And
Yeah, but why is it a sin, man? Because I'm just like wanting something.
Because you want it, you don't need it. You just want it for yourself.
Yeah, but he's got that new cool Spider-Man, Ben. And Spidey's like your favorite.
I know, but if like your mother or your father say you can't have it, then you try to like find a way how to get it, like find a way how to get someone else's toy the toy that you wanted. That's called like coveting, because like you're jealous. You're being jealous.
Oh, there you go. You're being jealous. Okay, Yaakov's got his hand up. Yaakov.
You're not being thankful of the Lord what He gave you. You're like jealous. You want that thing all for yourself, like Ben said.
But it's the cool new Spidey.
It doesn't matter. It's just like you're wanting something. You're jealous. You're just like, oh, I want that. It's mine. Then you're gonna start like putting like anger on that person. Like, that's not fair. I don't want it.
Yeah, but it's the new Iron Man.
But it still doesn't matter. It just like you want it. Your anger with it.
Okay, very good. Riet, why can't we covet? Riet, why can't we covet?
Because coveting is very bad and it's sinning. It's wanting what others have, and it can also lead to other sin.
What other sins can it lead to, Riet? What do you think?
It can lead to murder.
Murder?
Yeah.
Murder? How could it lead to murder if I just want the new Spidey toy from your friend?
Well, sometimes kids can get a little. Sometimes kids can overreact a little. Well, a lot too.
A lot? Like Adrian? Does Adrian overreact?
No, not really.
He doesn't. Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, sometimes he does. But
See? Threw him under the bus.
Hmm.
What about you, Marley? Miss Marley? Why can't we covet?
Well,
It's a home.
coveting is bad because you want someone else's things. And it could lead to stealing, lying that it's yours, and other things.
Very good. Lever baloney. Why can't we covet? Come on, you get the new Wakanda guy. Who's the good guy from Wakanda?
It's Black Panther, and I already have one.
I already have one. I don't need another one. Ha 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 ha! I can't. What about the new Spidey? What about the new Spidey?
Huh?
New Spider-Man movies out.
We don't have that one. I have the Wasp, though.
What? Ben's got Spidey. What if Ben comes in with the new Spidey, Lev? You're like, that's so cool.
I should have some input on coveting. I wouldn't try to like steal it because I know it would be bad. Also,
Why is it bad to covet? Why is it bad?
Well, because you have to be thankful for what you have that God gave you.
What if you don't got no toys?
You can make toys out of wood. Because there are such thing as wooden toys.
Okay, Mia.
For the coming.
Asher the Basher. Let Mia talk now. Unless you want to tell Asher, tell me why it's bad to covet. I'm waiting. Huh? I'm stuck here in this box.
Why is it bad to covet, boy?
Okay, now let Mia talk.
He just said something. Anyway, so in the part of coveting, you have to be thankful for what you have because God has the right to give you things and to take things away from you. Coveting can, of course, as we've talked about, right? Coveting can lead to many sins, like the stealing. Like, no, I don't do that. So this stealing, which coveting can lead to stealing, like. Some kid has a new toy, and this other kid wants it. Kid 1 says, like, I want that toy. And kid 2 says, no, it's mine. You already have something. You can play with it, but it's not for you. It's mine. So then kid 1 thinks about it and says, I'm going to steal the toy. Then he steals it, comes home with it. The mother says, where'd you get that toy? And oh, my friend gave it to me. And then the mom
she talks to the parents, and then the parents say, "Oh yeah, he doesn't know where it is. He lost it." So we've already seen a few sins in this story here: stealing and lying, and also anger is a sin because you're not supposed to be angry, because when you're angry, you hurt your soul. So you have to be thankful for what God's given you. Whether you have a little bit of toys or a lot of toys, or even if you have no toys, you have to be thankful for that. You have to be thankful. And yeah, maybe your parents could give you some, but it's not good to covet. I mean, you can ask your parents, and if they say no, it's no.
Okay, so you got to be happy with what you got. What if the other kids got more stuff, and I'm just a poor little kid with only 18,000 toys? But I need the new Spider-Man.
You don't need a new toy. It's a want.
Asher thinks he needs stuff.
He's got toys.
All right, so we got to understand, we're not just doing the 10 Commandments now. Hadassah, what is coveting now? Then now that you've heard everybody talk about it, what is coveting, Hadassah?
What is something that is not yours?
Nana.
Say it again.
What is something is not yours?
So that's bad?
Yes.
Why is it bad?
Because you don't need to steal.
Nana, shush, I can't hear Hadassah.
What's that being?
Pinkus.
Falling on the floor. Talking.
Oh, he's out of his chair, man. He's on the floor.
Yeah, he's crawling.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You don't need people's stuff.
All right, very good, Hadassah. Now, Jeremiah, we're going to come back to you because you couldn't give me a good answer. Now that you've heard all the good answers, Jeremiah, Yirmiyahu, tell me why it's wrong to covet.
Because it's not good to covet because you don't want to be jealous. I mean that God doesn't like people being jealous, so that's why it's not good to covet.
All right, you go back to finishing your breakfast. What kind of cereal are you eating?
I'm already finished.
What kind of cereal are you eating?
Cheerios.
Cheerios. Okay, Yaakov, you had your hand up again?
And also, it's not good to covet because it leads to murder. And because when you want something, you get super jealous, and then you want to murder that person, and then you could just easily just take his toy.
You mean somebody will murder just to take his toy?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that.
Yes, can you say OJ?
OJ.
You'll understand when you get older. All right, Jeremiah's got his hand up and Mia's got her hand up.
I was gonna say that it is easy to take that person's toy when you murder, because you go, you find him, and you murder him to the ground, and then you just take his toy easily.
Isn't he gonna scream a lot while you're murdering him? Isn't there gonna be blood all over the place?
They might or they might not.
Well, how are you gonna murder him? Just gonna look at him sort of mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. You gotta tilt your camera down so I can see. I see the tops of your heads. I see the clock really good today. All right. Mia, and then Riyadh.
To better apply like the sin that coveting can lead to murdering is, yes, we all know about David who committed the sin of Bathsheba. He had coveted her. He coveted her, and she was the wife of Uriah the Hittite. So what happens is David he told Joab to put Uriah in the front of the lines where the fighting was where the battle was fierce. So then Uriah died. So that's how David I guess that's how David thought in his mind. Okay, if Uriah dies, Bathsheba's my wife now. But it did not work because it was a sin. Because first of all, when Uriah was alive, David committed adultery with Bathsheba. So he wanted Bathsheba as his wife. He got her as his wife, but the punishment was that there won't be any more shalom in his house as a result of what happened, and that the child died.
Do you think people do that today, Mia?
Yes, they do, definitely.
Why do they do it today? Didn't they learn from David's mistakes?
Apparently not.
Oh, okay, very good. Miss Riyadh.
Well, about the part of killing the person and them screaming, well, a killer would probably lure that person into a hidden area and then cover their mouth and then murder them.
Well, isn't the person going to scream and wiggle while you're getting murdered?
Yeah, but yeah, he'll still end up dying.
All because they wanted the new Spider-Man toy?
Yeah, kids actually have sometimes killed people over fidget spinners.
Maybe it was over a new computer or something.
Mm.
Maybe a new doll. Maybe a new Black Panther or something.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. All right, but it's good to know the commandments and what they mean. That's what we're going to start doing a little bit of that again. All right, but now we're going to go over to some of the other laws. All right, let's see. Ariel, read VAYIKRA 9, verse 18 through 22 with feeling.
He slaughtered the ox and the ram, the people's sacrifice, as peace offerings. Aaron's sons brought him the blood, which he splashed against all sides of the altar, and the fat of the ox and of the ram, the fat tail, the fat that covers the inner organs, the kidneys, and the covering of the liver. They put the fat on the breast, and he made the fat go up in smoke on the altar. The breast and the right thigh Aaron waved as a wave offering before Adonai, as Moshe had ordered. Aaron raised his hands towards the people, blessed them, and came down from offering the sin offering, the burnt offering, and the peace offerings.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ariel. All right, we're talking about the offerings again, but we got to understand some words. Let's see if the little people can understand the word. Okay, in verse 18, Yirmiyahu, what is the word slaughtered? He slaughtered the ox and the ram. What does it mean to slaughter something?
He kills them for food.
Why don't you just go to the supermarket? Why don't you just go to the bodega down the street? Don't you have a bodega down the street from your house?
I do not know.
You do not know? What's going on with you this morning?
I do not know.
That's twice this morning you're saying, I do not know. So you're supposed to eat your Cheerios before class. All right, let me go to Yeshua. Yeshua, what does it mean to slaughter? something. Slaughter something.
Slaughter. You kill the ox.
Pincus, what do you want to tell me?
He's trying to tell my mom he likes it.
He's trying to communicate. Him and Asher are communicating. Okay. So you kill the animal?
Yeah.
Do you know how the animal gets killed, Yeshua?
You had to kill you had to cut the ear off. You had to cut the head off.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Okay, man. Lever bologna. Leveroni. Bologna, you saw us do that. How did we slaughter the lamb for the Pesach?
Ear to ear. Ear to ear. It's the kosher killing.
Ear to ear. Isn't that gonna hurt?
Less pain, but if you go like, then that will be more pain.
Oh, okay, very, very good. Mia?
So with the kosher killing part, why it's from the ear to ears, because that's where, I think, was where you cut the main artery, I think it is, or vein, something like that. So all the blood will drain out through the cut area, and also it'll be less suffering for the animal, because if you're like running the knife on the neck or somewhere else, then the animal is gonna suffer, and suffering before dying is painful for the animal.
All right, very good. So we cut the ear to ear. So you go like that, and it cuts the blood off to the brain, so it dies quick. And it's something called the carotid artery. It's on the left-hand side. It brings all the blood up to the brain. All right, so when he slaughtered the ox and ram, the people sacrificed as peace offering. Aaron's son brought him the blood which he splashed against the sides of the altar. Now here, and the fat of the ox and the ram, the fat tail, the fat which covers the inner organs, kidneys, and the covering of the liver. And they put the fat on the breast and made the fat go up in smoke on the altar. Why don't we eat the fat? What do you think, Benjamin? And then Victoria? You're next. Ben and then Vicky. Why don't we eat the fat? Why does the Lord want the fat to go up in smoke? Do you know what the fat looks like?
Yeah.
Well, explain to me what the fat looks like.
Yeah, I know. The fat, it
looks like my daddy's belly.
The fat looks like it's like red, and it's
The fat's red.
like first of all, it's fat and it's red and it has like these. I can't explain it. It's like white.
Is it red or
It's like
white? Is it red, white, and blue? Is it a flag?
No, it's. Oh, I can't explain it. There's like white in the middle. There's like when it's fat, it's red. It has white around it, and like also it has like other stuff, but I can't explain it. What it has, what else it has, because I don't know what it's called.
Okay, let's see if Victoria can explain it. Victoria, what's the fat of the animal? What's the fat look like, Victoria?
The fat, it looks like I think it's kind of like mushy, like you can squeeze it. Like you're not supposed to squeeze it, but like if you touch it, it's like a stress ball kind of, but it's white. It's like pale, not completely white, but it's like a pale color, and that's what it looks like.
Okay.
It's greasy. It's greasy too.
It's greasy. Why do you think the Lord doesn't want us to eat it? Why do you think He wants it to go up in smoke?
I think that He doesn't want us to eat that because it's not good for your health, your heart.
Okay, let's see. Let's see who we got here. Marley, what's the fat look like? It says the fat of the ox ran the fat tail, the fat which covered the inner arm, the kidneys, and the covering. They put the fat on the breast and made the fat go up in smoke on the altar. Marley, why are we going making the fat go up in smoke? Jeremiah, Jacob, you're next.
Well, I assume God loves the aroma and that it's a sin offering. So you offer it for that you sinned to ask Him to forgive you.
Well, why are we making it go up in smoke? Because it smells good.
Well, fat can be like water. So if it's heated up to a certain heat or any that's heated up to a certain heat, it'll evaporate. I assume it's the same with fat if it does this.
But don't a lot of people eat the fat?
I love to.
You love to eat the fat? Why?
It's juicy.
Isn't the meat juicy? Riette doesn't like it. She's sticking her tongue out.
I don't like fat. I only have a tiny bit, but the fat is nice and crispy. It's like a bit chewy.
Yeah, I like
bit
chewy.
melting in your mouth.
It's melting in your mouth. It tastes good.
Yep.
Then why does God say to burn it all up? Make it go up in smoke, Marley.
I'm pretty sure that God can smell it.
Well, do you think God has a nose?
I mean,
If he looks like us, not a certain person, but if he looks kind of like us, like human, but him spiritual instead, then he probably has a nose.
Why do you think he looks like a human?
Because he said we will make man in our image.
He said, "Let us make man in our image." Who's he talking to? Is he talking to Mrs. God?
Nope. I guess some of the angels that he made before.
Some of the angels? Allie's freaking out. Allie, help us out here. Is he talking to some of the angels? Can't hear you, Flo. Wait. Go ahead.
I think he's talking to Yeshua.
You think or you know?
I know he is.
Okay, well, explain that to Marley. She thinks he's talking to a bunch of angels.
Well, he said, let's make man in our image. I'm assuming since Yeshua would be like the Father, and the Father said that we were going to be like him, that he was talking to Yeshua to say, let's make man in our image.
Okay, very good, Miss Allie Mae. Mia's waving her hand feverishly.
Okay, well, number one about the fat. Number one, it isn't good for us. Not good at all. I think it has high cholesterol.
God
which
tells us not to eat.
it has high cholesterol. Number one, that's high cholesterol, and you cannot eat it because it clogs up your arteries, and then you'll die of a heart attack. Because then it cuts off the blood circulation to your heart. Then second, it also cuts off circulation to the rest of your body. Number two, God just says not to. Number three, like I kind of agree with what Marley said, that I'm guessing it also helps with the aroma of the meat, because God has a nose. Because if we were made in His image, that means that he does have a nose. He has eyes, a mouth, and because the fat. I think it's also because the fat can help with the burning, because the fat has a lot of grease in it. So it'll help the meat burn up quicker. I think it is something like that. Yeah, it's a big animal, so it'll take longer. But I don't think it's gonna take as long as without the fat. And plus, what's the use of the fat anyway?
What's the use of the fat? Well, Marley was saying it tastes good.
I don't really like it. Like when my mom makes, what was it? I think it's roast beef. You know, the type that you make in the oven. The roast beef. So this is when my mom makes it. My mom takes the fat off because we're commanded not to eat it. God said so. He knows what's best because God is the number one doctor. He's the number one scientist, mathematician, historian, and God knows grammar, of course.
Of course.
So God, the master scientist, he knows everything about why we can't eat the fat, why we can't eat the blood. You know what I mean? Like why he tells us not to do.
But then wait. Everybody do the alley. Everybody do the alley. Ah, okay. But wait, then why did he make it taste so good, Mia? Marley was saying, you can see her salivating over there. She was like, and it tastes so good, and I just love it, Marley. So why did he make it taste so good, Mia?
It wasn't meant for us, and also people make it taste good. I think it's because all the flavor sinks into that. It wasn't made for us. People just do it because they just eat the entire animal. Because now we don't have God in the society, they just don't care about God's laws now. So they just make it taste good because yes, I think it's I guess people like it because I think all the flavor sinks in there. But think about your health. God says no because of your health. He cares about our health, and also because we have to follow what God says. And why here is because it's a sin offering. It's unclean with all your sins on it.
So your sins smell good? I don't know. Jacob's got his hand up. Yaakov.
Because I want to add on to Mia what she said, because God really does care for us. Because Moshe, he once asked wait, yeah, he once asked Moshe once asked God, can I see your face? And he said no. So that explains like he cares for us and he doesn't want to us to see his face. Cause like his face is too light that it can instantly give us a heart attack and die.
Why? Why can't we see God's face? What, he had a big pimple on his nose or something?
No. It just that it's too light and it's too glorious that it could easily give you a heart attack and you can die from that.
Well, wouldn't that be good if you die? Because then you'd be with him in eternity.
Yes, but it also causes something. You can die from it and it can really hurt. Like
Yeah, if it's only gonna hurt for a couple of minutes.
happen to you. Because what if you have a purpose on earth that God sent you, and you die from that, from God letting you see Him?
Yeah, but then you'll be in heaven.
Yeah, it would be in heaven, but He sent you there. What if He sent you there for a purpose to do something on earth, to change it, and like to make a difference?
You know, maybe your mother might miss you, Yaakov. If you were to die and go to heaven, mom might miss you.
Yes.
Well, she can always have another baby and replace you. She can always buy a puppy.
If God lets her replace me.
All right, Allie's waving her hand. Allie's interactive this morning.
So I wanted to say something about seeing God. So if you see God, most likely you won't. I don't think you would die, but whenever you look at the glory of God, it's like too bright for you to look at. It's like a huge, it's like a bright light. And most likely you'll either become blind or or maybe you might die from it, but most likely you'll just become blind.
Well, okay. Mia's waving her hand. Mia's saying no.
You will die if you see God's glory, because God's glory, if you, His glory, it's not that it's bright. It's that it's holy, and God is so holy that He can't even set a foot on this earth now, because this earth is almost pure sin now, and we can't look at His glory because we are full of sin. Yes, even though Yeshua says, "Be perfect like my Father in heaven is perfect." I mean, if we're looking at when Moshe asked Jehovah, this is before Yeshua came to earth as a man. But if we go forward in time, like where we are, we can't look at God's glory because we'll try to not to sin, but yes, we will have our flaws. We have our flaws, and because we're unclean, because the ground on the earth is cursed. It's cursed on Adam's account, and it's cursed on man's account that we've sinned a lot, that we've sinned at not relentlessly, that we sin non. I mean, the majority of people around the earth, they sin nonstop, and so we're unclean, full of sin, like we're full of sin, so we can't look at God's glory because it's holy, and that we'll die if we even look at it for just like 1 millisecond, we'll die immediately, and also the reason, and since God's so holy, He can't step on this earth. That's why He sent Yeshua down as a man. Because if God went Himself, He would kill all of us immediately and destroy the entire earth.
Wait. Didn't He have a meal with Abraham?
Yeah. Yes, but I mean that I'm guessing where Abraham was, since he was now consecrated for God, that he was now being righteous. So I guess the area where Abraham was, like in his spot, it was dedicated to God. Like Abraham himself.
But then then they walked from there to over the hill, and they were looking over Saddam, and Abraham said, you know, Jehovah, may I ask you a question? You're so righteous, you're so cool, you're like, yeah, you're so Chevrolet. Okay, and he said, if there were 50, would you destroy the city? And Jehovah says, no, I wouldn't destroy the city, Bobby. And if there were 40, Abraham said to Jehovah, may I talk to you again? So Jehovah says, surely you can talk to me again. So he was walking.
Look, I don't think he walked over all those hills just to get to Abraham's tent. I think he appeared like maybe a bit away from Abraham's tent.
But then he appeared, and Abraham ran to him, and he bowed down and prostrated and said, come on to my house, I'll make a meal. Then they walk over to his house, and he says, sit here a while I make some cake. And he says, hey, Bobby, we got guests. We got to make a special offering.
I bet the reason he knew it was God was the fact that he prostrated, so he knew it was God. But what I mean is that
I think he had a shirt that says I'm God.
I guess not. If he says I'm God, then people will probably have ran to him, but it was just him in the desert anyway. I don't know if it was in the desert or not, but anyway. I mean, God cannot come like just the form He is. I mean, if He comes like a man, like how Yeshua did, like how He appeared to Abraham, then that's a different story. I mean that he only comes to people like confronting them like an actual person, to those who have a special relationship with Him. I mean, some people. Abraham is known to be the most righteous man on earth, because Abraham, after God said for him to leave his home away from like all his family, you know that stuff, Abraham began to build a relationship with God. Yes, he had his flaws here and there, but he began listening.
Here and there, he was a bubblehead.
Yes, I know he had his flaws, and yes, in the beginning he was a bubblehead, as you say. But slowly he began learning from his mistakes, building relationships so that he had no sin when he died, pretty much, because
He gave his wife away.
Huh?
He gave his wife away. He was afraid they were going to kill him.
He learned from that.
He learned from that. He learned from that. You better believe it. Imagine the look she gave him.
Well, he discussed that before entering.
Good thing she wasn't Latina, where she would throw the chancleta at him. All right, let me go to Adrian. Adrian had his hand up. Adrian.
Yeah, it was regarding that and what Ali said. No, I mean, there have been people that looked at the ark and died. So,
no, they touched the ark
in the Bible.
They touched the ark and died. It was falling off the cart.
No, but there were people that unveiled the ark at this place after they received the ark from the Philistines, because the Philistines were suffering plagues due to it. And they unveiled it, and thousands of people looked at the ark and died.
No, as they took it. They took it, and there was a holiness in their midst. It wasn't because they looked at it. You can look at the Ark of the Covenant. You can't touch the Ark of the Covenant.
They unveiled it, so.
But you can look at the Ark. Does it say you can't look at the Ark? Or does it say you can't touch the Ark?
Okay.
You can't touch it. That's why it's got poles in it. That's why when they found it again, they had to put the poles in it to get it out of the hole.
It's just that there was that town that everyone was celebrating, and they all died because the ark was there.
No, what did they put next to the ark? What object did they put next to the ark when it fell over? You'll be able to answer, Ben, in a moment.
An idol, perhaps?
Perhaps? Let Ben tell you. Ben, can you help Adrian out?
Yes. He put an idol. They put an idol next to the ark.
That was Dagon.
Yes, Riette told you. Riette's a smart little cookie. You gotta mute Riette.
Yeah, I forgot.
And then God he struck down the idol. He broke it. He put the
Now,
face.
what did he do? What did he do with Dagon?
He made it bow down to him. He took the face, put it on the ground. His face on the ground. Like you can only see the back of him. He put his hands on the ground. He's prostrating himself.
I think I remember the god's name.
Go ahead, Leah.
Dagon.
Dagon, yes. It's the same God that's on top of the Pope's head. When he wears his hat, the big triangle hat looking big hat that the Pope wears, it's for Dagon the fish god. Dagon. So it's for the Philistines that bowed down to the Lord. Didn't he chop his head off, man?
Yeah.
And the Dagon lost his head. Okay? And he bowed down to the word of God. All right, now back to this study. We've gone bunny trailing today, but that's all right. All right. Now, Tiffany's been over there quiet. She's been hiding. Tiffany, why does God want the fat to go up in smoke?
Maybe it's because the fat holds something special to him, and because of some of the smell, he probably enjoys it. And because we're not allowed to eat it, because fat is already so unhealthy, because already eating the udder meat is already has so much fat in it. Eating just the fat itself would like kill us of a heart attack.
But why make it smell so good, Tiffany?
I mean, I don't think it smells good, but people say that. I ate fat before, and it tastes, I felt like I was chewing bubble gum.
Did you like bubblegum?
I like bubble gum, but it had flavor. This one was just plain, and I feel like a cow.
What about you, Ariel?
Well, I do believe that what she said is right, since it'll be a pleasing aroma to the Lord when He smells it. But I never ate that. Probably like a lamb, so chewy.
Did Mom like it?
I don't know. She's not here right now.
She probably did.
Take the baby to the doctor?
No,
No.
we didn't take the baby to the doctor.
How's the baby doing?
Good.
The baby's good.
How old's the baby now?
He's a month, right?
Almost.
No, I think today he's a month.
Oh, so 30 days. So you have 2 more Shabbats, right?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I think it was 40 days she has to stay.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
40 days.
Yeah.
So he's a month today.
Yeah, I think it is too much about.
Ben had his hand up. Ben.
Wait, here? I didn't. No, I didn't have my hand up.
Okay, so I'll go away from here. Wait. All right, so now we're not supposed to eat the fat, okay? It does smell good. The fat you can use from the animal to make soap, okay? Fat makes a good soap. Rav Will makes soap with the fat of the cows. He gets a whole bunch of soap from the slaughterhouse, cleans it all up, and he makes soap out of the fat. It can be used to grease your pans and your pots, okay, so things don't stick to it, okay, and it does smell good, but the Lord wants us to give Him the fat. Now, the breast of the right thigh, verse 21 and 22. The breast and the right thigh, Aaron waved as a wave offering before Jehovah, as Moshe had ordered. Aaron raised his hands towards the people, blessed them, and came down from the offering, the sin offering, the burnt offering, and the peace offering. All right, let's see. Leah, verse 22, it said, Aaron raised his hand towards the people, blessed them. Why do you think he raises his hands towards the people and blesses them?
He raised his hand because he was offering the peace offering to God.
Well, it says the breast of the right, Aaron waved as a wave offering before Jehovah, as Moshe had ordered. Then the next time, then he raises his hands towards the people. That's after the wave offering. So why do you think he's raising his hands after the wave offering?
To bless the people of Israel.
But why? Why did he stick his butt out and fart at him?
I don't think that would have been appropriate because you're in the middle of giving an offering to God, and the offering is from the people of Israel, so the blessing is going to be on them for the offering. So he's praying upon them.
Okay. Yaakov, why do you think he raises his hand toward the people and bless them? Why does he raise one hand, or why does he raise both hands? Why don't he just keep his arms on his side and speak to the people? Why is he raising his hand?
Because he's asking the Lord for forgiveness of the people of Israel from their sins.
No, he's saying verse 22. Read verse 22 there, Yaakov.
Aaron raised his hands toward the people, blessed them, and came down from the offering, the sin offering, the burnt offering, and the peace offering. Also, he wanted to ask the Lord. He wanted them to he was telling Aaron was telling the Lord to bless the people of Israel.
But why is he raising his hand? What does raising your hand mean?
Because he's asking the Lord to bless the people. He's like putting his hands up. So he's like, that's like he's like, he wants to, I don't know how to explain it, but he's like trying to ask the Lord for the forgiveness of Israel.
Okay, so why not just leave his hands at his side?
Because then he wouldn't really be praying, he would just be standing there.
Okay, Mia's got her hand up. Mia, will you chia pia? And then Victoria.
I think this is the blessing that is given the blessing of getting God's name on us, on the people here. Aaron is giving the blessing for God's name to be on the people, so that the people are consecrated for God. And I think he's also what I'm thinking, this is my thought, that when you put your hands over like to bless somebody, like how Aaron does over the people, I think it's representing God's, like the hand of God over us, that he's protecting us, and that he'll give us what we need as long as we follow him. And I think he's also interceding for the people, like for the Lord to forgive their sins. But the main thing that I'm thinking about is the hand of God over us.
So you're thinking the main part is that the hand of God over us. What do you think, Victoria? Why do you think Aaron is raising his hands towards the people? What's the purpose? Victoria? No, she doesn't have a mic. All right, Allie, what's the purpose of raising the hands toward the people, Allie Mae?
I think what that means is that you when you raise your hands up, you're raising your hands over the people of Israel. And so I think it means that he's praying for the people of Israel. So he's raising his hands over top of the people of Israel.
All right. Well, when you raise your hand, it means you got the answer. And Aaron is raising his hand, as Mia was saying, over the people. He's God's intercessory between us and the people. Okay? So he's raising his hand as a blessing over the people. And it's putting God's name on the people. It goes to God, to Aaron, to the people. Really bless them. All right, it's 10 o'clock. Who wants to close us in prayer? Raising hand. Okay. All right. Who did it yesterday? Oh, Hadassah did it yesterday. Okay. Riette, you'll do it today.
Lord, I thank you for this wonderful day that we had. Thank you that we could do a devotional again and learn something new. I pray that we will enjoy the rest of the day and that we will finish our schoolwork quickly. Amen.
All right. Amen. Shalom, everybody. Have a great day.
Shalom.